to now. Yeah, so it's about 50 years of transformation. And Singapore is literally a small island. We are surrounded by sea. Yeah, it's only about 725 square kilometers. From the east to the west is 50 kilometers. From the north to the south is only 25 kilometers. 50 and 25. Yeah. Last time was 45. Now they have extended the sea. Yeah. So it's 50 and 25. We are like a rectangle. Yeah. And Singapore is also certified as a country and a city by itself. So we do not have state. We do not have any state, city, whatever it is. So we are a country and a city. It's a city-state. Yeah? Singapore is a city-state. Yeah. So only one name, one area, that is Singapore. Yeah, we do not have like if you go to Malaysia, Malaysia have 13 states like Johor Bahru, Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and all that. Yeah, that is my neighbor. And of course, India got many states also, right? But Singapore very pathetic. Only one city center, and we have a population of about say 5.83 million people. Yeah, out of that 75% are Chinese, majority are Chinese, and about 15% are Malay, and about 8% Indians, and about 2% others. Now this others means like like European and kind of Eurasian and all that stuff. Yeah. So this is our ethnic group. So small country, but to divide the land area to the population here, you are known as one of the most densely populated country in the world. You are densely populated. Yeah. So because small land area, but a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah. So per square kilometers, per square meters, we are standing about 2,000 people. So, but that's why we cannot have flats like this, ego flats like this. Yeah, because 2,000 people must stand in that square feet, so that's why Singapore have a lot of high-rise buildings, infrastructure, very good infrastructures, and we do not have landed property much, about 5 to 10% landed property. People stay in bungalow houses, terrace houses, semi-detached houses and all that. 90% of Singaporeans or 83% of Singaporeans live in flats, apartments. Apartment. Everywhere apartment here. This area you're moving around, these are known as the shop houses. These are the older days, 1940s, 50s, 60s. They have not break all this structure because they want to preserve heritage. Some of the places they don't break heritage. Chinatown, Little India, Kampong Glam, Malay village. So to have the individual identity, like for the Indians it's Little India, for the Malay is Kampong Glam, then for the Chinese is Chinatown, and of course for the colonial area we will be going next. Yeah. So some of the buildings here they did not break for heritage purpose because we want to teach our children, hey, Mama, Papa live like this way. No facility, no electricity. Water we take from the well. Because nowadays in Singapore, the children do not know what is power shuttle. Yeah, they do not know what is no water. Yeah, I must. They are very, very fussy. Yeah, in Singapore, everything is spoon-fed for them. Spoon-fed. Yeah, small country, well-organized country, and everything is there for them. So that's why spoon-fed. And they do not know about poverty. We will teach them, hey, this is how we are brought up, and don't be complacent and be power with us. Yeah, so that's one reason we can have some of the heritage places. Yeah, Little India. Have you been to Little India? Yeah. So if you notice Little India, right, they have a lot of shop houses. The 2-story kind of thing. So that is heritage. So anyway, you can see a 2-story, that is heritage. We preserve for history purpose. Yeah, okay. And we have languages, which is 4 official languages. English is our first language, yeah, and administrative language, followed by another 3 languages, that is Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil. So we have 4 official languages. So in Singapore, we must study in English stream, followed by your second language, whichever is your mother tongue. If like my mom is Chinese, I'll take Mandarin. If my mom or my parents, I won't say mom. If my parents is Chinese, I will take Mandarin. If my parents are Indian, I will take Tamil. Yeah. For Indians, we have many categories, right? So even if you're like, okay, your mother tongue is Punjabi or Hindi, but in schools we are taught Tamil. So if you want your Hindi and Punjabi, you have to go outside to learn. It's not in the school syllabus. Yeah, so Tamil is one of the school syllabus. So that's why, and mainly most of the Indians who stays here, I say 8% Indians, right? 6% Indians are Tamilians. Yeah, 2% is other Indians, like as I mentioned, like we have Gujaratis, we have Malayalis, we have a lot Bengals, that kind of thing. So their mother language they have to learn outside, but official language too, 4 languages we can study in schools. Yeah. And our national language is Malay Bahasa Melayu, Malay, because once upon a time we was together with Malaysia, then after that we separated, but we still follow their language. So Malay is our national language. Though Malay is our national language, most of the young children don't know to speak Malay, but people like us must learn Malay. So like our age, middle age onwards, people knows Malay very well. After that they will 50-50. Worse still, now they do not know also. Yeah. So Malay is a good language to learn because it's very accessible, because Singapore is more to the Malay archipelago. Yeah, so a Malay community. So if you travel to Indonesia, Malaysia, all this, Malay is important because most of the people there, they speak their mother language. Yeah, so it's an advantage for you. So if I come to India, if I know Hindi, advantage for me, right? Yeah, same thing. Yeah, so it's like that. So yeah, so that's why I like to travel to Tamil Nadu, because I speak Tamil. If I go to Mumbai and Delhi, of course I can't speak Hindi. Yeah, so it's a disadvantage for me. So that is the thing. So advantage of languages, when you learn many languages, is advantage. So these are 4 official languages. Yeah? And here we do not have any natural resources. We buy 80% from overseas. Yeah, 80% import from overseas. It can be water, it can be food, it can be electricity. Yeah, most of the electricity, 80% is from natural gas. And Ukraine war, Russia war have killed us, and our electricity is shoot up. Times 2, we are paying now. Yeah, let's say at my house I use 1 month $100, now $200 I have to pay. Shoot up. Water, shoot up. Everything shoot up. My petrol, my coach captain, my car, everybody's crying now. Last time 1 liter petrol is $2. Now 1 liter petrol $4. $4. It is so expensive. The diesel is far with petrol already. Diesel also now $3. Yeah. So it's getting expensive, and I don't know, we might go into recession soon. Yeah, because of this. Because we're importing everything. Now, first thing, Malaysia has stopped importing chicken. Are you vegetarians? Big sour, okay, cool. I can talk about non-vegetarian. So, initially they stopped the eggs. Then they says, okay, then after that we started to buy from because Malaysia is neighbor country, so every day they get delivered to us by road. Yeah, so Malaysia, JB and Singapore is only about 10 kilometers away, so not far. So every morning they will deliver fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, seafood, eggs and all that stuff. Yeah. And of course we have frozen chickens from Brazil, from Australia and all that. We do have, but they are frozen. If you want fresh ones, it comes from Malaysia because they are everyday delivered, right? So now they have stopped chicken for 1 month. No chicken. So we are eating all frozen chicken. If we are eating now, yeah, it's frozen chicken. But in big hotels and restaurants, they have keep stock their chicken. But even though you keep stock your chicken, where you put it? In the freezer. So it's no more fresh. Right? In the freezer they will put it, because big restaurants they can't afford it, like restaurants like hotels, 5-star hotels and all that. So they cannot cut, say the chicken early morning 4 a.m. the chicken comes to the hotel, they will start to cut. No more, they stop freezer. So now the chicken in Singapore is all frozen. Yeah, so but we are trying to buy fresh ones, air flown. Yeah, air flown, but it's going to be very expensive. Now the air flown chicken last time is 1 kilo. It's about $7. Now we paying about $12 to $18. One kilo chicken. And here 1 kilo mutton also very expensive because we import from overseas also. Not from Malaysia, mutton, but mutton usually we import from like Brazil, Australia and other places. Yeah, so mutton is, yeah, and beef and all that stuff. Seafood comes mainly from Malaysia. So again, seafood. One time they stop our fish, stop prawns. They stop, keep on stopping everything. Why you come back to swear? We will come back again. Yeah, maybe 1 month, 2 months. Yeah, but we got resources to get from other places. So this is the situation for Singapore. Singapore, zero natural resources. We do not have anything here. They stop. We are like stranded. Oh my God, I don't have this. Oh my God, I don't have this. Yeah, so that is a disadvantage for Singapore. But Singapore do have a lot of financial status, but financial money cannot buy everything, right? Yeah. So this is a good example. COVID has teach us a lot of things. Not really a good lesson. Money is not. I run for money. I work hard for money. I forget my family. But then family comes first down. Yeah. So that teach me family values a lot. Yeah. So that is the situation in Singapore. So we are 2 years. We are all like sitting down here. And Singapore is so small, where you want to go? You round, only here only you can go around. So very pathetic. We are all under stress busters. So we are all stressed here. So now only we are so happy. I'm so happy to look at you, talk to you. I never hold my mic for 2.5 years. So happy to see you. So I know I'm talking after 2.5 years because I know you've got nobody to talk to. Right? Yeah, you got friends all like they got their own stuff, Okay, why I'm talking all these things is because we are not in the city center yet. Yeah, so you have to travel because you are quite out of city, yeah, your hotel. So that's why I have to. So I just have a small talk about our situation here. So we was under the British. We went through 4 rulers. First was the king ruling, yeah. Then after that the British ruling. Then after that the Japanese ruling. Then the Malaysian ruling. Then we got our independence, yeah. So in king ruling is Sanila Utama, who first found Singapore. Initially it was known as Temasek. Temasek meaning is a fishing village. When Sanila Utama came here about 700-900 years ago, during the 14th century, he came here and he landed here and he saw a lion, and that lion supposed to be the first thing he saw, a live creature. Yeah. So taking this as a good opportunity, good moment, what he did is he says that I love this island. He's from Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia, Sanila Utama. So he landed here. He says that hey, this island is so beautiful and nobody, that time was Dutch. British ruling. So this area, Singapore, was not ruled by anybody. Yeah, it was like open. So and he navigated that this area had very good port, yeah, and the seaport facility. So he came here and he says that I shall have my own people living here, and he turns Temasek, or he changed the name of Temasek to Singapura because he saw the Singapore. The Singapura means his city, Singapura. Yeah. So Singapura got its name by the lion he first saw. Yeah, that's why when you go to the Malayan Park, you can see the Malayan is a combination of lion's head and the body of a fish, because fishing village, then lion. So to have a symbol for tourism board, they came up with a lot of ideas, a lot of design, but they like this Malayan because it's very unique, hybrid. Yeah, so very unique. So that's why they have the Malayan. So Malayan is our national icon. So if you like to buy some souvenirs, you want to say that hey, I'm in Singapore, Malayan would be a good one. Yeah, just buy the keychains and all that stuff. So that will be that. Yeah. So that is our history. So we went through British ruling. British was ruling from 1890 till 1942. Then the Japanese came in. Japanese was ruling from 1942 to 1945, 3 years. Then after that, British rule again. Yeah, British rule again. And we was under British occupation, British colonial periods. Then in 1963, we merged together with Malaya. Then in 1965, we separated from Malaya. So we had 2 independence, from British and also from Malaysia. Yeah. So 1965, 9th August is our independence day, national day. Yeah. So that is our history. I don't go through so much, and we are coming to the city center. I'm going to take a sit and I'm going to explain to you about the surrounding. Try to catch up with me because it's going to go very fast. Yeah.